Welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews, starring your host, One Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, One Star Weak Foot.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host, One Star Weak Foot, and it's just so good to see you guys again. I've been slacking with the player reviews recently, but we're back. We're better than ever, and we're here to talk about this 85 icon swaps, Pep Guardiola. And when you look at this card, it doesn't really stand out to you in too many ways, but he only costs 8 icon swaps. So the question of the show, the question of the episode is gonna be, should you submit your icon swaps for him? And we're gonna answer it, all right? So he's 5'11". He has the medium-high work rates. He's right-footed. He has a 3-star combination. I played 5 games in rivals with him. I got 2 goals and 1 assist. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Once again, I appreciate all you guys for watching. You could be watching any show, any review channel, but you're here with me, and I really appreciate that. Let's look at the stats a little bit closer. So, first we're gonna talk about the pace. 75 pace. It's pretty meh, you know. It's not really too good, but at the same time, for a CDM, it's not really too bad. He shouldn't really have any issues with pace, but it shouldn't be a strength of his. His shooting stats, I mean, we're not really gonna talk about them too much. There's nothing really to talk about. 59 positioning, 52 attack positioning looks absolutely dreadful. His long shots look half decent, but I wouldn't really take him with him. His passing stats, I mean, I know Guardiola is known for his passing at the CDM position, and I know he's known for playing beautiful football with Manchester City, with Barcelona, with Bayern. And when you look at his passing stats, I did expect them to be a little bit better, okay? They're still not bad though. He has 84 vision, 87 short passing, 84 long passing. So at the CDM position, he's gonna be able to playmate. Well, at least that's what we hope. His dribbling stats are decent, all right? He has decent agility and balance for a CDM. His ball control is really nice. His composure is insane. His reactions are solid, but 68 dribbling means that he might not be the best CM if that's what you're looking for out of this card. His defending stats are looking to be his bread and butter, okay? 85 defending at the CDM position is lovely. 89 marking is great. 84 stand tackling, no issues there. 86 interceptions, very, very nice. His physical stats are a bit meh as well. I mean, 78 jumping at 5'11". He should hold his own, but at the same time, you know, he's not going to be an aerial threat. 79 stamina looks like it's the main drawback of this card, if I'm being honest, because he's not going to last all game. I mean, I don't care how slow you play, 79 stamina is not going to last you a whole FUT Champs game. His 77 strength, 76 aggression looks decent. I think you would want to pair him with a stronger CDM if you're playing in the 2 CDM formation. If you're playing a formation with only 1 CDM, I'd still pair him with somebody bigger at the CM position. Now that we've talked about that, we're going to transfer you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weak Foot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. I just got back from vacation, and I hope you guys noticed at home I got a nice little tan going. You probably can't see it at home, but best believe in real life, I'm looking kind of crispy. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about this Pep Guardiola card. I mean, is he worth the 8 icon swaps? Because he does go for 400,000 coins on the market, and as far as his coin value, I can't co-sign that. 400,000 coins is a tremendous amount of coins at this game, in this stage of the game. So I don't think he's worth 400,000 coins, but as far as icon swap value, I think he's actually one of the best values that you can get. We're gonna break down the stats. So 75 pace, how does it feel in game? He feels 75 pace, I don't know how else to put it. He doesn't feel too quick. At the same time, I don't find this pace laying him down too much, especially since he has the medium-high work rates. So if you put the right instructions on him, he's not gonna push too far forward, so therefore he won't get burnt at all. His pace is decent. He does have decent acceleration coming out of skill moves for a CDM. He doesn't feel clunky at all, and therefore I gotta give his pace a 7 out of 10. Next, we're gonna talk about shooting, all right? You're gonna see that I actually have 2 goals with him in 5 games. So you might be wondering, is he a good shooter? Let's get this straight, all right? So for the first game I played with him, I switched into a 4-4-2, and I accidentally played him at striker for a half, but lo and behold, he got me 2 goals at the striker position. I don't know how, don't ask me how, but he did. But let's be real, 59 finishing is 59 finishing. I wouldn't really shoot with him if I had to. His shot power is probably what saved him in those situations and what allowed him to get the goals. It looked pretty decent at 76. His long shot, 71, is pretty mediocre, but if you have a wide open opportunity, I wouldn't really hesitate to take it with him. Overall, you gotta give his shooting a 5 out of 10. Alright, so next we're going to talk about his passing. And you might be wondering at home, is his passing better than the stats suggest? I mean, he is Pep Guardiola. And I would say, surprisingly, yes, alright? The one common theme between all of his passes, because I tested his passing in multiple kinds of ways, alright? I tried the driven passes from one side of the field to the other. I tried the over-the-top through balls, the ground through balls, the nice finesse passes in and around the box. And he's able to pull off all of them very, very well. And the one common theme they all had is that they were all weighted perfectly. He's a very, very reliable passer of the ball, whether you want him to long pass, whether you want him to short pass. And if he does push up, let's say on the rare occasion that he does end up pushing up with his medium attacking work rates, he's able to hold his own around the box, because even though he can't shoot, he is able to pass and he is able to dribble. So I do got to give him an 8.5 out of 10 as far as the passing. If you want a CDM that can pass the ball, that can be almost like a deep lying playmaker, he can definitely fit the bill for you. Next, we're gonna talk about his dribbling, all right? I did just mention that he is decent on the ball, and I would say at the CDM position, he's actually smoother than you would expect, all right? 75 agility, 74 balance is certainly nothing to write home about. 68 dribbling is certainly nothing to be proud of, but his other stats, I think, help him make up for this, all right? He has 86 ball control, 87 composure, 84 reactions, and on the ball, he's actually pretty smooth. He's smoother than you would expect. The one thing that does let him down is the 68 dribbling, so if you do dribble too much with him, like let's say you try to do a skill move, let's say you try to pull off an L1 fake shot, he does kind of leave the ball kind of far from his body when he pulls off certain skill moves, so I wouldn't do too much with him. But as far as L1 dribbling, as far as turning quickly and then passing, he really excels at that, and he's able to really operate as a playmaking CDM because of it. Overall, as long as you keep it simple with him, as long as you're able to just use his nice agility, his nice balance, his good ball control to your advantage, he's gonna not let you down. His dribbling at the CDM position has to be an 8 out of 10. Next, we're gonna talk about his defending. How does it feel in game? And I would say his defending was very, very class. That's how I would describe it. He's very, very good at breaking up play. He does have the 86 interceptions. He does have the 89 defensive awareness, and he does have the medium-high work rate. So if you do want him to stay back and shield your defense, he's gonna do that very, very nicely. His stance cycle is very clean. I did notice that it did lack power in certain situations, like let's say you're coming up against a stronger player and you're going into a 50-50 challenge. He does get outstrengthed in certain scenarios like that. However, he does have longer legs than you would expect. I mean, he's only 5'11", but he does kind of look like a spider in game with his legs. So he is able to wrap his legs around a lot of attackers' bodies and get the ball that way. And because he has 86 ball control, when he gets the ball, he really gets the ball. He doesn't fumble around and lose the ball. After he gets the ball, he definitely keeps that ball. Overall, his defending is a 9 out of 10. He's definitely a class CDM. Finally, we do have to talk about his physical, all right? Does it break the card? I would say no. It doesn't break the card. However, there are some cons we have to talk about. First and foremost, his stamina at 79. It just doesn't last all game, all right? Yeah, I find him needing a sub by the 80th minute, whether I go high pressure, whether I play conservatively, whether I try to avoid sprinting with him. He does get tired and he will need a sub, and that's something you got to consider on your team. If you have other high stamina players around him, it's probably not a big deal. However, if you're using a lot of low stamina players, he's just going to add to that problem. His strength and aggression is very solid. I don't really find it lets him down too much, but if he does come up against a Ronaldo or a target man type player, he will get outstrengthed on some 50-50, so it does let him down in that regard. His jumping is decent. He was able to win some headers in the air. At the same time, he did lose some headers in the air. Overall, I gotta give his physical a 7 out of 10. All right, so the $1 million question. Is he worth the 8 icon swaps? I would say absolutely. I think as far as all the icons that you can get around that price range, he's the best one. And he does represent the best value for money in my opinion. He does have the Spanish links, which is pretty good at this game. I mean, you could link him to Sergio Ramos, to Scream Pique, and I'm sure there will be more Spanish cards coming out that will be fitting the meta. So he is helping you as far as chemistry goes. And in game, he's a very, very good player. Defensively, he's class. He's able to play make. He's able to dribble. And in delayed gameplay, he really holds his own. And that's what I really like about him. When I use bigger CDMs at times, what I do notice is that they do feel clunky in the delayed gameplay. He didn't have that issue. And that's really what sold me on the card. And I think I will be bringing him on to my RTG. Once again, I wouldn't really recommend buying him. I mean, 400,000 coins is extortionate, and he is similar in quality to like an Allen, to like an Inform Ndidi, to an Inform Ducore. So he is very solid, and he does. There are a lot of cards that are cheaper than him that match his value. But as far as icon swaps, as far as a free icon, he's very, very good, and he's one of the most usable cards that you can get for that amount of icon swaps. So that's gonna be my Pep Guardiola review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below. I appreciate all you guys for watching. But until the next video, later.